Oh, I want baby girl.
Don't baby girl me. How many of your groupies you call baby girl? Is Tisha a baby girl? Is Amanda a baby girl too? And who the hell is Bonquisha? Is that even a name?
Man, I can't
Good morning. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Sharane's World. Let's go. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Sharane's World, everybody. Let's go. It's Sunday morning. Yeah. I let y'all breathe a little yesterday, but you know I gotta come up here Sunday morning. Because in Broome County, them clubs, them bars, them shindigs, them victims, them survivors and thrivers, they out there. And them narcissistic men and women. And Sharane World is just making sure y'all ain't come home to somebody y'all don't know. Listen, you could go out there and mix and mingle with whoever you want to, okay? But you also got to make sure you got some tools in your pocket because you don't want to get swindled by a narcissist. Telling you. Let's go. Good morning. Welcome to Sharane World, everybody. We're going to get into this. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Let's go. Welcome to Sharane World, everybody. Good morning. You already know it's Sunday. So listen, let's welcome all my victims, all my survivors, all my thrivers, or anybody that's out there that just want to educate yourself. And you already know. Round of applause to all you narcissistic men and women up out there in the street. Yes, let's go. Good morning to y'all. Listen, it's Sunday, and the whole goal is making sure that all you men and women that's a victim or a survivor or a thriver, or maybe you just want to educate yourself, is not coming home to somebody that you just met about them clubs. Now listen, ain't nothing wrong with you getting a number and stuff like that, but you don't need to be going home with them, and you don't need to be going to their house. Because you don't know what shingding you could put your life in jeopardy. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So start doing your background checks, on these type of people. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when I say background check, what I mean is like, see what kind of criminal history they got, all right? There's nothing wrong, with people having things that's going on. It's all about how they operate when they come back out here in the streets, okay? So don't hold nobody account, don't try to go after nobody. Oh, you had a pass or whatever. Let me tell you something. Everybody has one. Everybody has a past. But it's all about how you operate. It's all about how you use the tools from your past. And it's all about how you come back up out here in these streets, ladies and gentlemen. Because listen, there's people out there in their 30s and their 40s and they 50 and they domestic and they narcissistic and ain't nothing going to change them but themselves, ladies and gentlemen. So y'all got to stay focused out there, especially if you right here located in Binghamton. Let's go. And when I mean Binghamton, I mean the whole Broome County, the whole southern tier. So let's go. So, ladies and gentlemen, listen, it's Sunday. I know y'all coming home from them shingdings. A lot went on and a lot went wrong over the weekend. But I hope y'all coming home safely for them shingdings. See, Sharane World been speaking about these shingdings, these bars, these clubs, these after hour spots, everything for the past months now. Okay, since I came on to YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. So y'all gotta be focused out there. Don't get swindled. All right, let's go. So good morning. On this Sunday, right? If you are, you're dealing with somebody that has narcissistic issues or domestic violence issues, you're actively in these situations. Let me tell you something right now. There are people that's out there that can help you maneuver through these situations. You have licensed advocates, you have peer mentor survivors, you have lawyers, you have crime victim services advocates. There's all types of advocates out there. There's advocates for men, They're out here, ladies and gentlemen. So let me tell you something. If somebody's sitting there, because let me tell you something. Somebody just told me yesterday. I had a guy tell me yesterday. Uh, Men go through it too. Absolutely. Yeah, do go through it too. Men definitely go through narcissistic abuse. I had a man tell me that his narcissistic ex-wife was very abusive, very narcissistic, very much of a cheater, and very much will lie so much about it. And I said, wow, narcissistic females. You understand what I'm saying? So there's men out there that definitely go through it. And, shout out to all you men out there that are actively in a narcissistic relationship or in any type of domestic violence relationship. Because also, shout out to that supporter for letting me know that domestic violence is not always about someone physically getting beat on. So let's round of applause to that person at the end of the day. Yeah, because that is it's true. Domestic violence is not all about somebody physically getting beat on. Narcissistic abuse is definitely domestic violence. Okay, so let's leave it like that. So, to all you men that's out there that's, actively in these situations, please speak up. And here's another thing we're going to have to talk about because it's time to shake the room up in Broome County real quick. Good morning, everybody. Let's go. Yes, I know it's early and Sharane world is up, but that's the power of, nobody that can control you, tell you what to do, how to do, when to do, what to do. You understand? So, ladies and gentlemen, you know, on my radio show, I express a lot about domestic violence. I express about, a lot of narcissistic abuse. I even bring up my YouTube channel over here as well, and the whole goal over there is for everybody to get the awareness in Broome County. And I know everybody is getting the awareness. Now, here's the deal. A lot of you people are not taking the tools, and using it. Now, you don't have to, operate the same way I operate. That would be weird. Let me tell you, that's like me operating the same way my advocates will operate. What I did was I took the tools that they were telling me, I used them and I was, able to see if they worked for me or not. And I made mixed it up my kind of way that can fit me. So everybody healing, everybody process is not the same, ladies and gentlemen. So let me tell you something right now. When you're actively coming out these situations, because I had somebody that walked up to me in the street as well. I had a female that did as well. Um, that asked some questions about family court and things like that. Like there's people that's out of these situations and they gotta still deal with like they battle or taking them from family court because they want to be spiteful or whatever the case may be. And I totally understand that because like I said, I have sole custody, of my son, and it's very hard to get that. You gotta fight tooth and nail. You gotta have full, blown evidence. You gotta go through trial. You gotta have witnesses. Yeah, it has to be full legit to in order for you to get full in order for you to get sole custody, a judge, a family court judge is not going to just throw sole custody at you. So meaning you just can't walk in a courthouse and be like, hey, I want sole custody. You can, but now where's the proof to ask for sole custody? Because sole custody is basically you having all the rights. You taking that parents, male or female, you're taking away all their rights and all they have is visitation rights. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. They don't make no life decisions, no school decisions, no nothing decisions. Okay, so you have to make sure you have all your evidence when it comes to that. And Sharane World did, around that time. So, ladies and gentlemen, another thing, I did say to this person is, and I'm also gonna let all you guys know this, right? Monitor what you do on the internet when you're going through family court or anything like that, okay? Because this is how you win cases. These people will post on the internet them smoking, drinking. They're at every party, every weekend, every day. These people will post on the internet that they were different females or different males. Do you know, ladies and gentlemen, that when you are fighting a family court case and there's children involved, and you got a parent on the internet that's doing that, ladies and gentlemen, that information you could screenshot, you can take, you show it to your lawyer. Your lawyer looks through it, and they can see what's presentable for court and, to make sure everything is, good in there. And they show that to the judge and they show that to the child lawyer at the end of the day, okay? Because there's people out there that got kids that can't speak. Right? And I remember that time my son couldn't speak at all. So who was his voice? It was me. So when he had a child lawyer, it was me voicing for my kid. Now, the difference is when your kid get older and older, that kid can talk to the child lawyer on their own. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, because they have a voice. All right. So listen, monitor what y'all doing up on these internet. Until you victims too. You understand? I understand, when you're coming out these situations, there's people that will go out there and try to drink. There's people that will go out there and be spiteful because they're mad about their situation or they're hurt. And, so no, ladies and gentlemen, don't be out there doing that. Okay. That's not how you're going to win. And then also practice what you preach as well. So, don't be on the internet doing that. Don't go outside doing that. Don't antagonize them. Start recording a phone call. Keep all your text messages. They want to be on the internet smoking up in every club, have different females. That's the information you need to take to the judge. Because when you take that to the judge don't take that lightly. And one thing about this, when you go on a family court, the judge don't care about your relationship, whatever y'all fighting over. The judge only care about that kid right there that's stuck in the middle of this war. All right. So they don't care what y'all got going on, but what they're gonna care about, y'all gonna figure this out before y'all exit up out of here. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is why I also say start meeting them on camera as well. Anybody, I don't care if you got kids with them or don't got kids with them. If there's any type of exchange that needs to happen, because there are people in these situations that either got businesses with them, married to them, got animals with them, shared animals with them, whatever it is, okay? Start meeting them on camera. If they don't want to meet on camera, then they got something going on and going wrong with themselves that they're trying to trap you up with. So start meeting them on camera for any type of kid exchange. And the next thing, have a second person with you, that can mediate things. That's not on your side. That's not on the other person's side. And that's there for the kid. Because if any arguments go down, they're not over there choosing sides. They're there for the kid and they're making sure they're putting everybody in their place because that's not what they're there for. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the whole goal is making sure your kids is okay. There's people in Binghamton. Let's go. That don't make sure their kids is okay. They get their kids taken out here in the street. Oh, absolutely, they do. They do. Oh, they be chasing after these men and women up out here, and I'm not even going to, man, it be the men too. But most of it is the women, and that's not everybody. But they be out here losing their kids behind chasing Tom, Dick, and Harry, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that's not cool. That can't be out here losing your kids behind some Tom, Dick, and Harry. Understand what I'm saying? That's not cool. That's like, ladies and gentlemen, to be losing your kids behind domestic violence due to the fact that you keep chasing after that person because you're hurt, you need some healing. There's something wrong with that. All right. Don't be out here losing your kids behind some man or some female that's putting their hands on you or using you or swindling you for their own personal gain and needs while they got multiple supplies in a cut. And all they're going to do is move on to the next and do the same thing. All right. Let me tell y'all something. Narcissistic abuse, narcissistic relationships, narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, for anybody, male or female, there's no cure. There's nothing that they can go take and get over that diagnosis. No, that's embedded in them. That's stuck with them for the rest of their lives. Now, there's a way that they can try to maneuver and change their lives, but they're always going to be a narcissist. They're always going to have them tendencies. It's just that they're going to be able to know how to mask it. They're try. Okay. So you don't want to be stuck in no clown show like that, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care. Listen, if you sitting there and you forcing these people to go get counseling, you might as well hang it up. If you're sitting there dealing with somebody that's doing street pharmacist activities, you might as well hang it up. If you're sitting there with your car and your insurance, titles, deeds, life insurance, leases and whatever, phone bills, it's stuck in your name from these clown shows. I'm telling you right now, you're digging yourself into a big hole, a big financial hardship right there, because they don't care. All that fall back on is to you. I already gave you the rundown with the narcissists there, and ladies and gentlemen. Do not register no cars for nobody. Do you know the consequences that you will suffer? I don't care what they tell you. If they pulling you into a bank, to a car dealership, anywhere, and telling you, open your mouth, speak up to the tellers, ask them, hey, I'm gonna be liable for this. You ask questions. The reason why they come to some of y'all, because some of y'all probably don't even know anything about a car. See, a lot of females nowadays don't know too much about vehicles. They don't know too much when they get in swindle if they go to the mechanic. Because when they go to the mechanic think that because you're a female, they could try to get over. But when you know certain things about a car and certain things about your car and what your car maintenance is and things like that, you, ladies and gentlemen, you will know. All right, but listen, ask questions. Don't be signing your name on no contract because they talking about they gonna pay for it. They just need you to pull it out. That's not your job. That's their job. Because like I said, when they riding down in these streets, especially right here in Broome County, all right, that's your name that they're running when that car is riding up and down these hot blocks, right? Doing street pharmacist activities, multiple supplies in a cut in there, multiple supplies probably bashing out their tires, bashing out their windows, doing all types of stuff, right? Okay. They get pulled over left and right with tickets and stuff. That's under your name. Most of that is under your registration, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Now, when the police is riding behind this car, all along, they thinking it's you, especially if your car is tinted out. They're gonna think that's you behind that wheel until they pull the car over and they get the person to roll the windows down and they realize it's a whole narcissist riding in that car. Yeah. And you know, this is how they're gonna figure something out. Like, wait a minute, who's you? What's your name? License, registration, insurance. And then when it comes to narcissists, and male or female, you know, they get defensive when it comes like that. When they get pulled over and their cause is not fully in their name, I don't care if the title is to you. Perfect. Granted, the title. You got a title to a car, that's your car. Copy cool. It's their car. So y'all don't get that twisted. If that person has the title in their name, that's their car. But if you register it and you insure that car, you're held reliable and responsible for that as well. Yes, because if you crash that car, who the insurance coming up out of? You, you that insured it, you that registered it. Y'all both gonna be held responsible for something, but you're gonna be getting the bigger burden out of that because who wanna be held responsible for pulling out insurance claims, adjusters having to come out, looking at cars, then they gotta total lost your car. Now you stuck and you gotta get another car. But here's the deal. Do y'all know that claim still falls under you, regardless? You pull the claim out. So your insurance is gonna go skyrocket when you try to go get another car, or if you're still using the same insurance. So don't ever sit there and let one of these narcissists or DV people, male or female, tell you, oh, if y'all had an accident and they be like, oh, your insurance is not gonna go up, then what? They a motherfucking lie. And it's too early on a Sunday to curse. But they are a liar. Okay? Don't believe that. Because your insurance will go up for a no fault claim. Your insurance will go up for uh for you being at fault. And if you're being at fault for that accident, so let's say that narcissist was at fault for the accident, oh, you totally screwed. So now you're paying for the other driver's car. So now you're paying for the other driver's medical. Now you're paying for, man, let me tell you something. I was so, if I was to hit anybody, Anybody. And I used to keep that to myself. Only certain people knew when I was driving, I would say, oh, I don't want to hit nobody because I know that if I hit somebody, they're going to get $50,000 right up out of me real quick. You get what I'm saying? My car was fully insured. You get what I'm saying? So I know what a person could get out of me if I become at fault of the accident. I don't want you pulling 50,000. No. And then I know they got them little scammers out there that try to hop in the highway or try to do some weird stuff. So, as me being a CDL holder, I know all of that. So I watch out for all of that because you're not getting $50,000 out of me like that. That's not happening. Okay. No, I'm too protective over the road, ladies and gentlemen. Very protective. So listen, especially as me being a CDL holder and not a Class D driver, because I call most of y'all Class D drivers. Yeah, because y'all Class, D drivers don't really know how to drive, you know. But anyways, back to topic. So yes, don't be out here registering no cars for these people. You tell them no when they ask you and watch how they react to you. And if you're in this situation, don't worry about it because Sharane World already helped somebody out locally. And their situation wasn't even like that. Their situation went a little bit something like this. They registered the car, they insured the car, and they pulled the car out in their name. But that person, that male, gave them the money for it. Then they started riding around town, treating them like shit, had multiple females in there, wouldn't help them, wouldn't do nothing. One day I seen this person and they busting out crying. I said, oh, what's going on? And they let me know. I said, oh, wow. I spread awareness for domestic violence. Look at God. Oh, what's going on? She told me. I said, oh, no, yeah, I definitely spread awareness about the registration. Well, tell me what's going on. She told me, let me tell you what to do. So exactly what to do. She did it. Do you think that person still got that car? Nope. Shout out to Sharane's World. Listen, y'all gotta stay focused out here, okay? You're gonna still have them damages, even if you take the car back, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna tell you something like this before Sharane will get up out of here, okay? I already broke this down before in many of my videos, all right? Let's go. If you are in a situation, okay, you don't gotta take my advice. Like I said, you can consult to 911, call the police, call a lawyer, call a DMV, or whatever. I'm just an advocate spreading awareness, okay? So listen, this is what you can do. There's two scenarios that I always say that happens. The first scenario is you can pull the car out with registration and insurance. They can ask you for that, and they will have the title. They will pull the car out. The title will be under their name, and they'll just ask you to register the car and insure it, and they'll pay for it all, right? But here's the catch to that: the insurance. They ain't paying for that insurance. You're gonna be stuck with that insurance, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So now, boom. Here's what you do when it comes to a situation like that. If they're treating you like shit and you're trying to get out these situations, you don't know what to do, you're not trying to go back, but you got a car stuck in your name that this person is riding around in. First off, be careful. Don't be going on people's properties. Don't be going to people's houses. Just don't be doing that. Just be safe, ladies and gentlemen. But this is what I'm saying, right? If you want your plates back, I would recommend calling 911, but on another note, some people just want their stuff back fast. So, this is what you can do. Don't take my advice. You can or you don't. But this is what you could do. The registration is in your name. The insurance is in your name. Do not pull that insurance off first. You will screw yourself over by the DMV like that. You need them tags. You really don't need the registration sticker off the window. You really don't need that registration locked up in a glove box. All you need is the tags, the plates, front, back, if it's New York, PA, back, if it's just one plate, Jersey, front, back, because I got two plates. All right, y'all get the drift. Florida, one plate. All right, y'all get the drift. You need the plate. All right, If they park their car on a public road, ladies and gentlemen, I don't recommend you pulling up in front of people's houses going on a property. But if it's on a public road, it's public sidewalk, public road, anybody can walk up and down. It's the law. You can. All right? Those are your tags. This is what you do. You get your screwdrivers. You're gonna need every car have different screws, ladies and gentlemen. But you get your screwdriver. Uh, come with a flathead. Come with your screwdriver tools, okay? Um, and pull them plates off. Yeah, do it on a quiet tip, night. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely. And pull the plates off. You- That's it. If the car, the title is in their name, the title only is not in your name, it's in theirs, but the registration and the insurance is in your name, what you can do is you can pull those plates off. You can take those plates right down to the DMV and you can let them know that you want to cancel out this registration. Not you want to turn in the plates. You want to cancel. Cancel, ladies and gentlemen. Cancel. You don't want that registration no more. Cancel out the registration. And you hand them over the plates. They're going to take the plates. I don't know if they ask you for $1 or not. I'm not too sure. But they take the plates. They're going to give you a slip. And it's going to show you that that registration is canceled. Then, because you are the registration owner, it don't matter if they got the title. All right. Then you call up the insurance company right after and you pull the insurance off that car. You let them know you want to cancel it. If you just made a bill on it, don't worry about that. They will refund you back for whatever that it is. Okay? I'm just telling you guys. All right. So you pull the insurance off. The insurance company might ask for that slip that the DMV gave you or whatever. They may ask for that. And you just send it to them via email. That's about it. Some may not. And they're gonna cancel the insurance off. So now that leaves this BV and this narcissist stuck outside with a car and a title under their name that I know for a fact because I pulled my car out of CarMax, ladies and gentlemen. You need credit for that. You know freebies going on. Ain't no you can't have no income walking in CarMax. No. I pulled my car out of CarMax, ladies and gentlemen, right up in Pennsylvania. Okay. And I know for a fact from the bank that you have to have car insurance and registration. Honestly, your registration and your car insurance is not supposed to be in other people's name, especially if you still have a lien under your name. Yeah, you're not. Yeah, yeah, no, you're not. You're not. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So that's how you do it. Then you let the police know. Then you go if it's no criminal activity happen, whatever it is, they threatening you. Or if they do criminal activity, they come after your son. You call the police, or you could go down to you could go down to family court and you can make a report in family court if nothing criminally happened, or if something criminally happened, then you go down to the police, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, but you must report this because they coming, and I'm telling you, they come. Right, you took the regist, you they can't get no registration, no insurance. Oh no, they coming full blown, ladies and gentlemen. So be careful. But that's how you will be able to get your stuff back. Now here's the other scenario. You got the title in your name. They done took you down here, made you put the title in your name. Mm. You done put the insurance in your name, the registration in your name. They paid for it, all of it. They could be paying for the insurance too. Or they can make you pay for the insurance while they ride around in that. Yeah, and they treat you like shit. See, I help somebody on this level right here. Yeah, that ain't right. I don't like stuff like that. So if that's happening right there, I'm gonna tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, you ready for it? Y'all ready? Let's go. Let's say let's go because I think I need to hear it. If the title was in your name and the registration is in your name and the insurance is in your name and they, male or female, is riding in that car and they treating you like shit and they ain't, listen, that's your car. I'm gonna tell y'all again. That is your car, ladies and gentlemen. The title is in your name. Don't you sign the back of that title. You don't sign no title until you're actually about to sell your car, ladies and gentlemen. See, Sharane well knows about cars because I've had plenty. Okay? I done sold plenty, had cars. So let me tell you something. Don't you put your Johnny Hancock signatures on no back of no titles. You don't sign no title. When you get your title in the mail, it looks like a birth certificate, ladies and gentlemen, because there are people that don't know, and these are the people they take advantage of. Okay? That don't know what a title look like or whatever the case may be. That title will be mailed out to your house because you register it. Okay? It will be mailed out to your house. All right. Now, it's going to look like a birth certificate. Ladies and gentlemen, don't you sign that title. You take that title and you tuck that title away. Matter of fact, find somewhere safe to put that title because they're going to try to swindle you, gaslight you, probably rock you to sleep and steal that shit from up under you while you sleep, ladies and gentlemen. So now you need somewhere else to secure that title if you're dealing with somebody like this. All right. Now, the car is yours. I don't care if you don't know how to drive. This person that I helped didn't even know how to drive. Crazy work. I don't care if you don't know how to drive. You better call a tow truck. Your insurance has tow services on there and everything for free. Call them up. Go through your insurance, call that tow truck, get that car from. Matter of fact, when you pull up over there, you pull up with the police, all right, with a tow truck, with your paperwork, the title, the registration, and insurance. Show the police that's my car right there. And tow that thing right up on out of there, ladies and gentlemen. Ain't nothing they could do. That's if the title is in your name, the insurance is in your name, and the registration. And they riding around thinking they big top shotter, whatever they think they are, talking hella crap, putting their hands on you, hopping right back up in that car, dealing with multiple supplies in the cut, doing street pharmacist activities while it's all under your name. No, 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 no. That registration, that insurance, and that title is under your name. That's your car. Go get your car, but go there with law enforcement. I don't recommend you going there by yourself. I don't recommend you going there with somebody that's rowdy, like one of your friends, one of your family members that's rowdy. You don't need that. You're not on that type of timing. And I hope you're not, because you're going there to get something. You're being a bigger adult. You don't want to turn around and be in handcuffs and y'all both out there looking stupid in the street. All right. So you go there, you put on your big girl drawers and your big man boxes, and you do what you got to do legally. Okay. Don't show your tail. Let them show their tail because they're always going to show their tail. All right. You go there with the cops and you get your car. If you don't know how to drive, you get you a tow truck. That's it. Get that car towed to back to its home location. Okay? Because when you have insurance and registration, whoever that registration and title is in, it doesn't matter which scenario it goes. Do y'all know where the home location is at? That's to whoever the registration is to. So when the cops is looking for that car, but the car is parked up at a narcissist house and it's theirs because they driving it, but the registration is saying it's supposed to be parked up over there, and the insurance people thinking, hey, so this car is gonna be garaged over here, not over there. Something ain't right over here. This is why I say don't be out here registering no cars, putting car insurance in your name, putting cards, deeds, titles. I don't care what's out there. The answer is no. You ain't married to them. None of that. No is no. Okay? Because you don't want to be held reliable and responsible for that damages. Because I feel bad. I feel bad. I feel bad when that narcissist crashed up a whole infinity, ladies and gentlemen, and that was under somebody else's name. Damn, that's crazy work right there. crazy work. So y'all gotta stay focused and listen. I already know it's Sunday. It's early morning awareness. Sometimes you gotta shake the room up out here in Broome County. You know, that's just what you have to do as an advocate. Cause y'all sleeping. Y'all need to wake up. Well, some of y'all just came in from the clubs and the bars and the shinglings and after hour spots and from across the road doing street pharmacist activities. Or you could be over there with different supplies in a cut trying to figure out how to save this supply and not let this supply catch up with that supply because y'all all know they all got a goal. They all got a role in that circus. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so y'all stay tuned. Welcome to Sharane's World, everybody. Good morning. Yep, yep, yep. Good morning. I see. Let's see who's up there today. Yes, so we are live on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. I'm recording from my support group page as well. And I'm recording to my main page. So shout out to everybody that's up there. Shout out to all my new subscribers on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to all my new followers on my support group page. Like, I appreciate all you guys, the comments, everything, the inboxes. Um, and so, to everybody that's out there that's going through something, as an advocate, the best thing that I could say is keep your voice heard. Because when you go silent, that's when they think you're sleeping. That's when they're going to think that you forgot. You didn't forget. Even if you forgive, you ain't forget. You understand? So, this is what we do out here in these streets. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm super excited because I have some events that I'm going to. That's coming up pretty soon around the town. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm excited. Super excited. I can't wait. I'm going to meet some good people. And this is what I say. You have to break that negative energy. So when you're coming out these situations, you have to make sure that you take away anything that's negative around you. I don't care if they're your family, your friends, your cat. Leave a cat in the door because that could be your companion, ship. That could be somebody that you could, cuddle on or something while you're going through something. All right. And another thing, wait, I don't even know if I want to get into this. I think it's too early for y'all. I don't know if it's too early for y'all because y'all just coming in from them clubs and bars and things and y'all was wilding over the week. Binghamton is wicked out here. Shout out to everybody that supports this awareness in Broome County. Yeah. Because everybody, they like, listen, we need this out here. Like, it's too much going on, too much going wrong. But I say this, it's all about the awareness. It's all about the peace. There's a lot of toxic people out here. There's a lot of domestic violence people out here. There's a lot of narcissistic abuse out here. There's too much drama out here. Everybody's for everybody out here. And everybody's not healed out here. There's only a small percentage of people out here that's fully healed, that fully got their third eye open, that's not with those type of, these situations, But then you have the rest of the community that's like that. Like, what is going on in the wood out here? I don't understand, but this is why Sharane will call y'all out. Or if a woman gets called out on Sharane will. If you have narcissistic tendencies or narcissistic personality disorder, any domestic violence abuse, anything like that, I don't care who you are, male or female, Sharane will do not like you. And let me tell you why. And also, this goes for all my victims and my survivors and thrivers out there. The reason why is because I know how they operate. And when you can slip a narcissist mask, you know what's hidden under that. So you know how they operate. It's a clown shit circus show. It's 304. It's a Jezebel. It's Love and Hip Hop. They think they on baddies. They think they gotta be the top flight, whatever they gotta be. Okay? Yeah, stay focused out here. And another thing, right? And another thing. Here's another thing. School is gonna be coming back pretty soon. Right? So I hope some of y'all narcissistic females out there is doing what you gotta do. I hope that y'all got some new goals and some new tools. So when your kids go back to school, that you're gonna be going up to them schools, making sure that they're not in there bullying people, making sure that they're doing what they gotta do. Yeah. Y'all like to be in the clubs and the bars and the things all the time. You know, y'all should be in the schools, making sure that your kids ain't in there bullying people. Y'all should be in the supermarket. Y'all should be food shopping. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all should be at the workplace. And this is not for everybody. You know, everybody out here is not like that. But it is. There's a small percentage of the others that is. They wild up out here. So listen. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Sharane's World. I'm gonna start heading up out of here. Y'all make sure y'all stay blessed. And let me tell you something like this before I head up out of here. Let's go. Let me tell y'all something. Remember, if they hit you one time, they're gonna do it again. If they hit you the second time, they're gonna do it again. If they hit you the third time, it's gonna keep happening. If they keep bringing you gifts, saying that they're sorry, it's gonna keep happening. If they keep trying to love bomb you, gaslight you, swindle you, manipulate you, hoover you, it's going to keep happening. You're going to continue to keep running in the clown show, ladies and gentlemen. Get up out that clown show. I keep telling y'all, I have a support group page where there's people up there that's married to these people. I mean, I got my elderly people up in there, man. There is stories I done heard for days, but let me tell you about everybody's story. It's all the same. It may be differently in certain angles, but it all leads back to the gaslighting, manipulation, supplies. You can definitely tell the difference between a narcissistic relationship that has DV tendencies in there compared to a regular domestic violence relationship that has no narcissistic personalities in there. There is. There's a difference. Like I told you, I've been through it. 2019, I dealt with domestic, with narcissist in 2024. There's a big difference. Never knew what narcissistic abuse, what a narcissist, narcissism, they got so many names. He's a covert narcissist. Them coverts, then you have them other type of narcissists that's crazy. Okay? So listen, educate yourself. Open your third eye. Get up out these clown shit circus shows. Stop listening to what they're telling you that they're gonna change. It's nothing wrong with you trying to see if they're gonna change. Because that's the only way you'll be able to know, right? You try to give them that chance to see if they're gonna change. They don't. They keep love bombing you, gaslighting you. You're gonna keep going in circles. What you're gonna let a whole nother year go by and they still doing their business? So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all stay focused out here. Get out that clown show and you'll be fine, right? So listen, in the background right here, right? So yeah, this is Sharane World right here. Okay. Sharane World, you know, the host, WBDYLP 99.5 FM, Binghamton Community Radio. It's educating, powering, and spreading awareness, ladies and gentlemen, supporting women and men affected by domestic violence, narcissistic abuse, emotional abuse, and coercive control through education, advocacy, and community awareness, ladies and gentlemen. So listen, when I tell y'all to call into the studio, this is what I mean. I go live on the air every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The studio number is right here, ladies and gentlemen, 607-772-9179. You can also listen live, all right, online at the WBDY.online, okay? Or you can check them out on Facebook and things like that. Ladies and gentlemen, you already see how I got all my stuff over there where you could tune into YouTube, my support group page. I got my little thing that's probably blocking it. So, but yeah, you get the drift, ladies and gentlemen. And listen. The whole goal is to help you guys understand what's going on in Binghamton. Cause y'all third eye is shut out here. Y'all too much in them clubs and bars and shindigs. It's too much violence out here. It's too much everything going on. And everybody think that they gotta come to the internet with their shinding bullshit, okay? And looking crazy on the internet. I see so many, I think it's too early for this, but I don't even care. Listen, it's too listen, every time I go on the internet, I'm always seeing something wild stuff. Somebody always posting up something retarded. Like it's something that would just make them look so bad. And it's like, how come, like, listen, there's a lot of healing that need to go on out here. There's a lot of shingdings that go on out here. And I'm so happy I don't put myself into none of these shingdings out here because even if you want to try to go out and try to have a good time out here, it ain't gonna happen, ladies and gentlemen. There's always gonna be something going on. Y'all watched the video I played y'all yesterday? I hope y'all did, because I'm not gonna play it again. Just go watch the video I made yesterday. I kind of did a little run back on it, but the hour-long video I did before that, ladies and gentlemen, it's real out here. It's going down in Broome County. Listen, if you want me to drop that video again, you know. I don't mind doing it right now while we on here. I could definitely drop that again really fast. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Just let me know. I could drop it again. Or you go back and watch that video. All right. So yeah. Y'all stay safe out in Broome County. It's real out here in these streets. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So I appreciate y'all. Good morning. Welcome to Sharane's World. And listen, if you actively in a serious situation, make sure you reach out to 911. Reach out to the Binghamton Police, Johnson City, Endicott, Vestal, wherever you're located, Albany, shit. NYPD, I don't know what's up with them down there, but yeah, definitely reach out to them if you have any issues or anything like that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you gotta relocate, that's what you gotta do. All right. Another thing, I know there's people out there that their battle is within law enforcement. All right. And just listen to this. I totally understand what you're going through. Because I know that's more like it's like dealing with somebody that's in a game. You feel me? So I totally understand. And just know that there's people out there, there's licensed advocates that's out there that's willing to help you. You just gotta speak up. And I understand that, they may be using their friends, their buddies, or whatever they're doing to still come after you. The whole goal is you still keep speaking until you get the right help. Another thing that you need to do is if that's happening. Like I was told from a licensed advocate right here locally in Broome County. If that's happening, this is what you guys can do. Reach out to an advocate that's in your next neighboring neighborhood. Maybe the next state over. Maybe 2 states over. 2 states over. Okay? So reach out to another advocate that's either a state over, 2 states over that can help you get out of there. And when you get in there, ladies and gentlemen, explain everything that's going on and let them know, hey, I don't feel safe here, there, or anywhere around here. Relocate me far away to where you need to go. You need to be far away, nowhere where that person can get a hold of you, or have they police buddies or they hospital buddies or whatever that's going on, because I hear stories. All right? Real stories, not no fake stories. Okay? And that's what you have to do. Start with your next neighboring advocates and things like that. Navigate like that and get those advocates to get you down and to where they can get you to another, DV shelter where they can talk to other advocates in different areas to help you. All right. And yeah. So all my people that's in DV shelters right now that may be running across my videos, because I know they said they're gonna show you guys my videos when they can. So to all you females and males, because yes, there are males in the DV shelters. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes. So all my females and males that's actively in a DV shelter, and I know you may have kids or don't have kids, just know it will get easy at the end. It's a little hard right now, but trust me, take all the advice, take all the tools, whatever it is that them advocates and the therapist, whoever is in there, let them give you the tools that you need so you could be able to move on. Get all the help that you can get all the counseling that you get. You in there. You in a DV shelter where all safety and all help is at. Use them tools that's right up in there. Don't be in there worried about other people. I know you're worried about your safety. I know you're probably sitting there dwelling on, oh my gosh, I'm in here and this is just not my life. But trust me, God has something planned for you. So while you're actively in it, because Sharane World been there before. Right? Been there before. And I know how that feels. Where you gotta just leave everything behind that you worked so hard for. You know what I'm saying? So just get the tools from these advocates. Keep going through counseling, even when you come out of that DU shelter, you find a new place. Keep going to counseling. Whatever that fits you, because everybody's not the same. All right, and if you got family, friends, anybody that don't rock with what you're going through, then they don't need to be associated with you. Because you're trying to get your mental right. And I'm going to tell you right now, and when you start getting your mental right, you know what happens? Them DV and them narcissists, they try coming back lurking. And when they do stuff like that, you ignore them. They should be blocked anyway. No contact. Okay? No. Because now you're healing, you're getting help. You have a strong team behind you, which is advocates, your doctors. You have people behind you. Okay? So don't go backwards. Get all the way up to thriving. You still stuck in the victim and the survival mode. You don't want to slip back down. So no contact. I don't care if they family call you. I don't care what's going on. No contact. Because that's how they swindle you and they hoover you and they try to get you back up in there. So welcome to Sharane. So I'm going to start heading up out of here. Y'all have a blessed morning. Y'all stay safe. I appreciate you all. And I'm going to drop my radio show. But not right here. My radio show, I'm dropping that right on my Patreon, ladies and gentlemen. So if you missed my radio show on Friday, see, that's the deal right there. Y'all can listen in live on 99.5 on Fridays at 6 p.m. If you get that radio station. But also, it gets dropped to the Patreon as well. So if you missed it, you can always tune back into the Patreon and you can hear, the show. Ladies and gentlemen, as soon as my show drops, sometime today, I will be dropping it on my Patreon. But it won't be dropped to YouTube, though. Won't be able to drop that to YouTube. Music on it, ladies and gentlemen. YouTube ain't allowing that. Let's go. I'm gonna head up out of here. Thank you, everybody. Y'all stay blessed this morning. Make sure y'all not laying up texting on narcissists. Nobody with domestic violence tendencies. Don't register no cars. Insure no cars. Now listen, if you see any of my flyers out there, make sure y'all take one. Alrighty. It's real. Sharane World will definitely be at the events that's popping up. I will be there with my flyers and my table and things like that. So shout out to everybody that's out there. Y'all stay blessed and make sure you got to order protection. You use it. All right? You use it. Don't become a narcissist. Don't become toxic. Don't feed into their mess. Don't get love bombed. Don't get gaslit. All right? If they ask you, no. If you just met them and they ask you for something, no. That's how they start. They go for the small. Then they come for the big. Get it? They ask you for something small. Once you give up the smalls, now you got to give up something big. Yeah. And if you love them, that's what they say, you would do it. Yo, don't get swindled out here, y'all. Y'all stay focused in Broome County. There's too much going on and going wrong up out here in the streets. And if you need someone to talk to, Reach out my support group page to everybody that's out in Binghamton right now that's viewing my YouTube channel and my support group page. Reach out, inbox me, no matter who you are. If you need help, with anything, resources to your area, reach out to Sharane Good. All right. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a blessed morning. I'll be back up here a little later. Yeah. I hope y'all had a peaceful weekend. And stay blessed. Thank you.
You got a long way to go. Rock with me now.